had my air conditioner so to
Set to lower than
to
blizzard.
well, no, I mean I had it set to cool it off so that I could turn it off and not bake when it's off.
Hmm.
But stream is going. Hello everyone and welcome to Adventure on so many levels.
So many
We're going to
So
levels.
play some
many levels.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Huzzah. Bum, bum, bum.
I'm Christiana Ellis and I am the Dungeon Master. Our players tonight, Millie Katie as Korakoid.
I hope that came through. I drummed.
We didn't hear the sound, but we saw a gesture.
Yep.
Nobilis as Cuspid.
Hi there.
David Archambault as Kneecap.
Are you real?
Coke. Coke.
Lee Burdett as Malleus.
Still alive.
Paul Weimer as Tarsus, for real this time.
Designation Tarsus, role chosen of Vulcan.
And we also have Jason Banks, who is AFK for a moment, but will be back shortly, I'm sure, playing Radius. So, when last we left our heroes, the skeleton crew, along with their awakened rhinoceros allies, performed a daring raid on a camp of gnolls known as the Vile Hunt, who had been plaguing the lands surrounding the gate town of Faunel for some time, and who had killed an advisor to one of the local herbivore leaders. And you had accepted a job to clear them out or deal with them in some other fashion. And you did. That had just happened, but suddenly, appearing in your midst during the battle was your ally Tarsus. But the strange thing about that is Tarsus had been with you until your previous encounter with the gnolls, and then just left for some reason, and that was not clear. And you weren't sure what was going on, but now all has become more clear in that previous Tarsus was not Tarsus at all, but a hag disguised as him, because of course, when you left Tarsus there at the hag's cabin, assuming that they would kill him and that he would be replaced, turns out that's not exactly what happened. And the info you have now is that the hags are aware of your magic walking castle, which you have left not unattended, but you're not there.
Yeah, this could be problematic.
Affirmative.
So, as we left things, like I said, you had only just finished the hostilities with these gnolls, and you haven't really had time to, like search the camp or do anything else like that at the moment. The rhinoceroses are busying themselves stamping out the campfires because they like it, and and otherwise they're very grateful that you brought back the one that had been killed, and they are very jubilant over a job well done, and a little confused at why all of you seem more upset than jubilant.
Yeah.
You gonna come up and poke me?
Yes. Kneecap is absolutely going to go up, scurry up to Tarsus and look him over. Poke. Just,
I take it flaccidly.
are you?
Affirmative.
Kneecap calls insight check.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
sure.
Not lying. Wait, go ahead.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll persuasion or deception, and don't tell us which, Paul, and then Kneecap rolls in insight.
I got a 9.
I got a 17.
I mean,
On persuasion.
seems like Tarsus. I mean, it's different
Yeah.
Tarsus than before, but
Yeah, my skin is red. My eyes are red and blue. I look a little clumsier and a little heavier, but I'm clearly more articulate than other Tarsuses.
Okay. And then I'll go and look through the camp.
Yeah,
All right.
affirmative. That would be a good idea.
Yep.
Sure. Welcome, Jason. We kind of really only just did the recap so far. And so we're picking right back up where you left off with the return of Tarsus. So you're checking through the camp to see what, if anything, they've got in their
Yep.
ill-gotten gains, their loot.
Hmm.
Yes.
Recap. Do you think that perhaps going to check on the walking castle might be a higher priority than whatever trinkets and this and that we might scavenge here? There's more to be lost than to be gained, I think.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, probably.
kind of on that.
All right.
The other advantage, not to dispute you, you have a very excellent point, Cuspid. The only reason to search this is not for trinkets, is for further information on this vile hunt, and if there are any more of them that have to be extirpated. But the loss of the walking castle is a higher priority for us personally. As absolutely correct.
I mean,
one of the rhinos says, "Does that mean you don't want all these gold coins?" And you see that they have like nosed open a chest that's just full of gold coins.
I think we will take the gold coins.
unless the rhinos have a use for them, I think that would be fine. But
Well, I
we
mean,
really should be
we're
on our
starting
way.
a city, like we're built. Like I know Ophelia was already going to pay you for what you did,
Right.
and I mean we do use the gold to trade for the things we need.
Then great. Then in that case, we're good. Let's get going.
Here, you can have these, and there's 3 potions of healing.
Okay, regular potions.
Alright.
Yep, just standard potions of healing, the basic level ones.
I've got some healing, so you can have those
Mhm.
amongst the rest of you.
Yeah, I think kneecap. Give at least one to kneecap.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
And
One
then,
Tarsus.
one of the other rhinos is saying, "Whoa, whoa!" and like running around, jumping, and he's got what looks like a shed snakeskin wrapped around his horn, and he's like trying to shake it off, but it seems weirdly like it's adhering in some way.
Take a look at that.
Will he let me see if I can try to take it off of him?
Yes. If you approach to help, you can use your dexterous hands with their opposable thumbs, and make use of your biological advantages to pull this shed snakeskin. So this snakeskin, you can see, it's strange. It doesn't look like any sort of natural snakeskin you've ever seen. For one, it's very long, but like not as thick as you would expect it to be for a real snake that was that long. So like something weird about it, and it's also like as soon as you sort of like are taking it into your hands, it seems to just release the way from what it was like. It was trying to wrap around the rhino's horn, but as soon as like you've got your hands on it, it just lets go.
Odd.
I will cast Identify on it.
Yeah.
Yes.
You do so, and it takes a minute, but as you do, you discover that this is in fact a magical snakeskin
Ooh.
that functions as a rope of entanglement. It's 30 feet long, and if you hold one end of the rope and use an action to speak the command word, which you know from the identification, the other end darts forward to entangle a creature you can see within 20 feet. They have to make a dexterity saving throw or become restrained.
That'll be useful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Um,
rope of entanglement is what that's called.
can it be damaged?
I mean, it's a magical item, so
Oh.
standard rules apply that it cannot effectively.
Well,
Although, I've always thought it was a little bit strange, the idea that any magical item is essentially indestructible, even when it's a relatively basic enchantment. But whatever. That's the rules. Yeah. So, um, you know, watch the generous GM give you your loot, even if
We're
you're
like
determined
panicked.
to just walk around leaving all of these crates unsearched. But that's
Right.
fine. Yes. So,
I'll take it if nobody else wants it.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yep.
All right.
All right. And we'll make sure that all of this gold, it gets put to a good use. But I mean, you earned the pay that you had agreed to with Ophelia. So if you're not heading back there right away, we'll tell her what you did, and I'm sure she'll have it ready and waiting for you if you ever come back.
We'd have to
How about-
basically go
How
buy
about this? How about this? And instead, how about if we take our payment from the gold and you guys keep the rest?
I mean, like whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Let's see if there's enough on hand to fulfill that obligation.
Mhm.
And then we'll just head out and you guys can keep whatever else is here. And
Everyone.
good luck with your new community.
We have just received some internal feedback that the rope is not in fact indestructible. It has a specific AC and
Yep.
hit points, so it is hardier than regular rope, but not indestructible.
But not indestructible.
But in any case, I love now that everyone was in such a hurry a second ago. We cannot even look in the crates. Now we're going to sit here and count all this gold.
Yeah. I'm like good with coming back so that we're not sitting counting out stuff in the crate.
Yeah.
I would say, at a rough guess, it is not quite 2,000 gold, which is what you were agreed on, but it's maybe more than 1,000.
Yeah, let's just come back after we're sure. It's not like
Okay.
they're
Okay,
Okay. We'll come back.
yeah.
Thanks so much
Oh, sure.
for all your help.
This was a great day. Thank you for all your help, and we will tell the tale of the skeleton crew and how they aided Fonel this day.
Affirmative.
quick fight.
All right. So, what's the plan?
Run.
Okay. Let's make a survival check for how well you remember how to get there. You are a few hours away on foot.
I can get good survival.
Yeah, I believe you're a little bit on me.
Yeah.
I mean,
With
if we
assistance, I presume.
Oh, I mean, I assume if everyone is helping, then yeah, you can go ahead and roll
Yeah.
with advantage.
now, if we want, I can burn a very big thing and get us there right now.
Well,
But I can
I
only.
rolled a 19.
Okay, I was gonna say I can only do it once though.
Let's
Alright.
let's do the thing that.
Okay.
What are you talking about? What
Remember
have you
the
got?
feather token that I got?
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, it's a one-use item anyways, so
Yeah, because I can use the gate spell and get us there right now.
I think that would be a fine use of it.
Is that what your feather token does?
Oh, sorry, not the feather, the candle. Sorry, the candle.
Oh, okay. This is the candle of invocation.
Yep. When I first lighted.
Doesn't that
can-
take you to another plane?
Nope.
Well, hang on. I'm double checking the because that of invocation.
Sorry, it is on a different plane of existence. Never mind.
Well, yeah, it's that's a complicated thing, but also you've lit it before. It says when
Yeah.
you light the candle for the first time,
Oh, only for the first time?
and it
Or is
destroys the
Oh.
candle.
Yeah, that's why I was saying I could only do it once.
Yeah, sorry, but you've had it lit though.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay, that's
Okay.
fine.
but
So
you do
19
have the
on-
other feather tokens.
Yeah.
But so yes, certainly, you know that it's going to take several hours to get there on foot. But with a 19 on survival, you are certainly confident in your place and your ability to return to where you left the castle.
and me being and uh, Kneecap's skills with the wilds is that helps get just a little bit faster.
Um, let's see. I think do you you're moving at a hurried pace, I would imagine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. I'm trying to. Okay. Yeah, I think let's just roll 1d20 to see if you have any encounters on the way. So whoever would like can roll that.
I can roll. 13.
13. Okay. I'm going to say that's no new encounters. So,
Excellent.
at a hurried pace, you make your way back to where you left the castle, and you see a great big divot on the ground, and a lot of the same tracks. You all have a bit of deja vu.
Mm-hmm.
Because certainly this castle does not move without leaving tracks, because
No.
it
yes.
weighs many hundreds of tons probably, if not thousands.
It weighs as much. It weighs more than a castle of equivalent size.
But yes, so in any case, the castle has moved from where you last left it, but you do have a trail to follow.
Let's be about it then. Get moving.
Before we move off, is there anything that might be able to tell from the area around where the castle was? Like, uh, signs of, say, uh, violence or, occupants of the castle being tossed out?
Well, yeah, go ahead and make an investigation of the site if you want to spend some time on that.
19. Wow.
Okay.
Rolling hit tonight.
You do not find anything really obvious. Like you basically don't see any indication, but you're confident in that 19 that if anything had been left behind, you would have found it. And so not finding anything gives you some suggestion that at the very least, when it moved from this spot just now, it was doing so under sort of normal conditions.
Okay.
The tracks don't look, anomalous in any way.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it got dragged away or
Supposition,
forcibly.
the hag convinced the castle guardians to move the castle.
Certainly when you
Tarsus'
last saw
orders.
them, they looked like not only Tarsus, but the Tarsus that was with the rest of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to develop a passcode system.
Yes.
All right. So, is the plan to just go ahead and keep on marching?
Yeah, I don't see it. We have any other choice, right?
Don't we have something that flies?
I have we got a statue an owl statue that allows
So it
Well,
can
we
turn
use
into
that-
a giant owl.
Mm-hmm.
And that will carry like one or two, maybe two people.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, and it'll do that for
How long?
okay, that'll do that for 8 hours. Um
We could
So-
employ somebody as a scout
But
with the
it-
owl to ascertain the
Didn't-
castle's destination.
Also,
Didn't we use that already to scout out the vial?
I
Yeah.
used it recently.
Tarkus would know that.
You did use it to scout
Yep.
out the knoll
Yeah.
camp.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I,
so
so
we
I,
can't
I
use it
can't
again.
use it again until 2 days pass.
Okay, so we can't use that.
Okay, so guess we just
On we go.
Yeah.
Well,
All
There
right.
we go.
I'm gonna go out on a limb that the direction it's going
Is south?
is
South.
towards,
Yeah, towards the
It
hut.
it does seem to be in a large degree retracing the steps that it took from when you left Sylvania.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but then it's like, do we want to have to deal with all of the hags again? Granted, I wasn't there when we were dealing with all the hags.
So,
Following tracks is
all right.
quickest.
So here's the thing: is that you've already had a long travel day. So I would say at right now you have essentially done the all day, 8 hours a day normal travel, and so now you're traveling a greater distance. Um, the castle is not terribly fast for as big as it is, but you know you're used to being able to ride it and rest, right? And so now you are traveling after it on foot, which is a lot
Oh.
more endurance after a long day. So we are looking at forced march.
Oh,
If
I'm
we
having
know where it's
frustrating.
going, then I
Yeah.
think that we can safely take a rest.
Yeah.
Persistence following is the better way
Mhm.
to handle it.
You do have a trail. You're pretty confident that this castle is not going to be able to evade you from that perspective.
No.
Yeah.
The only consideration is harm may come to the occupants of the castle at the hands of the hags if we delay. On the other hand,
Or, I
forced
mean,
march would be dangerous.
I mean, if any harm was going to come, it probably already has.
Yeah.
Conceded.
So,
Perhaps we should report it. Report in, get a long rest, and then we march after the castle and deal with the hags once and for all.
Okay.
Does that mean you're going back to the Heart Delta to speak with Ophelia, or do you just mean you're going to long rest here on your trail?
let's head back to Ophelia.
Art Delta.
So
Yeah.
we're not,
Yeah.
yeah, so we're not camping out in the open.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
And it's not a significant additional time,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps close the loop, and we can report to Ophelia and
Yeah.
get payment and what have you.
yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
Now,
okay.
now if we do get caught out again, I've got tiny hut. So
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
excellent.
All right, great. So I think you are able to make it back without doing forced march to get to Heart Delta, where you are greeted as heroes. The rhinoceroses have already beat you here to start spreading the word. Everyone is cheering, and they're planning to have kind of like a big celebration. But certainly, when you speak to Ophelia, she's been briefed. It's like I'm sorry to hear that you've had your your trust broken and have things at risk. So if you would just as soon skip the festivities and get an early start, that we will certainly understand. We have prepared your payment if you are ready to accept it.
Sure.
Yes.
Affirmative.
So as originally agreed, she has 2,000 gold worth of gemstones to offer you.
So
Woohoo.
333 gold of gemstones apiece.
And so it's a bit easier to carry than all that gold.
Oh, like heck.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And basically, I figure I'm just gonna add that as currency
Mm-hmm.
because
Although the official weight of a gold piece in this setting, like if you worked it out, the actual weight of like real gold is these gold pieces are little tiny things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's okay. It's in any case, you have 2,000 gold worth of gemstones, and the fact that it doesn't specifically identify means that none of them are ones that you could like explicitly use for diamonds or
Mhm.
whatever
Right.
spells need specific ones.
Mhm.
You know, we could maybe work it out if you wanted to sort through that for specific ones, but I think not diamonds because those are usually separated out. Anyway,
Yeah.
is
Okay.
the plan then to call it a night early and not stay up celebrating?
Yeah.
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 Affirmative.
Mhm.
They understand, you know, they are grateful for your assistance and do their best to not disturb you, even though they're obviously having their own party.
Mhm.
All right, so you can go ahead and complete your long rest within the safety of the Heart Delta, and you know, surrounded by, you know, herbivores that would protect you. And as I kind of touched on this with everyone else over the before the stream, Jason, but everyone, when you finish a long rest, can level up to level 8. Now that you
Yay.
have completed
Yay!
4 gate towns.
Ooh.
All right.
And then,
Okay.
obviously, when you are ready in the morning, you can begin your pursuit of the Walking Castle, knowing that you have also given your I was going to say, like, pursuers is who you are. Pursuee doesn't feel
Quarry.
like quarry.
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 You
Quarry.
have allowed your quarry extra time as well.
Okay. Haha. Kneecap is now stronger and and more of an issue with keeping down.
All right. So I'll just go ahead and we can you know, while you're working on this, we can assume that the plan is that you're getting up and you're getting on your way. You're not needing to do any other business. If so, let me know.
That's moving on is
Yep.
what I'm thinking.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So certainly, you are once again, you know where you left the castle. You're able to pick up the trail and begin making your way in that direction. I think we are going to have 2 more rolls to see if you get any encounters just traveling through the outlands here.
I'll roll one. I got a 5.
Okay. That looks like we're going to get an encounter.
Uh-oh.
Where is my table here? You know what? I'm not going to use that. You know what? I am unhappy with any of the item selections on that table, so I'm going to say, turns out, you learned at the last second that ambush was about to happen and were able to avoid it.
Okay.
Because I have a couple of tables, but some of them are better suited than others of some of these things. Yeah, you know what? Let's you are hurrying, but everything else has realized that a big walking castle came through here and is steered clear of this particular pathway. You are able to travel basically most of the day. And you realize now that the forest has begun to sort of transform from the the more wild and overgrown forests near Faunel and more towards the like slightly mystical and magical forests surrounding Sylvania. And in particular, the dark variety of that type of magical mystical forest, because you are approaching the vicinity of where the hags had their cabin. I don't know that any of you have particularly remembered exactly where that cabin was, because you're certainly coming at it from a different direction anyway. But
Mhm.
it doesn't matter because you're not trying to find the cabin, you're following a big trail.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you do eventually come kind of, over a hill and you see the top of the castle sticking out over the treetops ahead of you.
Mhm.
And does seem to be in its lowered position.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
I was thinking about strategies to get us into
Yes,
it
up
if it
there,
was
yeah.
not
Mhm.
if it was still up. But
Yeah. So you see it at some distance. Right now, you just see where the castle is, but you have not like approached the base of it yet.
Hmm.
right,
Sneak.
I think we should try to sneak aboard. And rather than assault it openly.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, I think trying to sneak in would be good, though
Mm-hmm.
I don't know necessarily how good we'll be at that, but we can always try.
um, I took Dimension Door as my new spell,
Hmm.
so I can
Mhm.
get, if we can get within 500 feet of it, we may even be that close now.
I would say like right now, you only see the top of the castle sticking up over the trees. You're
Mhm.
not like within. You
Okay.
don't even see the base of it. You just see that like
Right.
where it's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and
Um,
the reason I just say you would see it at that distance. So if you want to approach as close as you want, obviously you can. I'm just saying
Yeah.
the information I've given you now is based on seeing it at a distance.
It's important to note that the Dimension Doors doesn't require seeing the destination, but
It's true.
um,
But not seeing where you're going is hazardous.
yeah,
Right.
there's some hazard involved. Um,
Alright, so start sneaking up closer.
Okay. Approaching the general vicinity with stealth. Let's have a group stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, yay. I'm so good at these.
Ooh. Well, I got a 10.
I got a 12.
I got an
Oh boy.
Okay.
I have a 15.
That's everybody's above 10.
Yeah.
Everybody's
Done.
above 10.
Yeah, but I have disadvantage. Okay.
Mhm.
Whew. 18.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. You
Yeah.
beat everybody else with your disadvantage.
Why do you have disadvantage?
Because of my
14.
because of my armor.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. So in any case, no one seems to notice you as you are approaching to within, where you can see perhaps like 90 feet away. You now see the base of the castle through the trees. But what you also see on the path that is leading up to it, because it has apparently settled itself down in the middle of a path, is you see there's a sign that looks like new. Someone has posted a sign on the path
Mhm.
leading to it. And you are kind of approaching it from the other direction, so like from the side, so you can see that there's a path and that someone has put a sign on it, but you can't read the sign from this angle. But
Yeah.
you don't see anyone like outside the castle, but you can make a perception check if you like.
Yes, I do want to
Let
make a
somebody better
perception
than
check.
me add it to that.
Let's see, my
Oh.
perception's
Yeah.
an 8.
23.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
23. So with the 23, Tarsus, you are able to hear from inside what sounds like half bored, half excited, waiting chit chat. At a guess, it seems like all sort of feminine sounding voices to you, many of them of the sort of old lady cackling variety, but not exclusively.
It sounds like the hags may be inside.
It sounds like more than 3 voices.
They may have gathered allies.
Or they're putting it up for
gonna-
auction. Who knows?
That's
Kneecap is gonna
Mm.
hurry
Mm,
over to the sign to
Okay.
take a look.
Are you trying to stealth your way up there? Because
Yeah.
it's a little closer in. Go ahead.
So roll.
Yep.
Oh, an 8. Oh no.
Okay.
oh,
So in any case, you are able to get up to the sign just fine. And you see that what it says is Magic Castle Coven auditions.
Oh,
Oh boy. Oh
Oh,
no.
man.
no, thank you.
Yeah, but if they're having like anybody that we try to take this back from is going to be tremendously disappointed. This could be, this could be really bad.
Yeah.
White.
You
Could
also,
I would-
we-
as you finish reading the sign, you look up and you see up there in the doorway is a figure you've never seen before, but she's sort of dressed in rags, has a tall, sort of pointy hat, sort of mottled skin and a big wart on her nose, and she's just kind of saying, "Auditions are full. You don't like looking at a witch anyway. Go away."
And when she says go away, Kneecap's gonna just scurry off, just like kind of trying to be almost like an animal.
Yeah, she
Well, let's
nods,
take-
looking
Yeah.
self-satisfied, and goes back inside.
Yeah. So, could we dimension door up to where the
Like the
thing
very
is?
top.
Like no, where the thing is piloted,
Mm-hmm.
and like stand up and walk it off.
Well, let's see. I think that at least if you're going to the outside of the castle, you can reach just about wherever. I think if you're trying to do inside, you are at risk of appearing inside something. But what I will say is that it does look like the entirety of the castle could be within range of a dimension door. But recall,
Yeah.
of course, too, that dimension door carries the caster and one other person.
Yeah.
Right. So I was thinking of, I don't know. The what might be best is to,
Here, I'm going to go ahead and put us on the Magic Castle map. How about that?
yeah.
Walking
Yeah.
Castle map.
I was thinking if we can just sneak everyone aboard.
I've kind of put all your tokens on the sort of that outer layer, but obviously this is just kind of so you can see the map for your
Yeah.
plan. Because
Yeah.
you have been well acquainted with the inside of this castle at this point, and this map also kind of gives you a look of what does the outside look like.
Mhm.
Yeah, because my
Yeah.
thing is that dimension door, you have to know where the area is,
Mm-hmm.
and you've been up
Yep.
there.
But it's
You
not
know what
about
it is.
visualizing a place. It's about saying 432 feet that way.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's scalar
Um,
directions.
And if they
not
put a
teleportation.
box there,
You
That's true.
teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range. You would arrive at exactly the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, one you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating
okay.
a distance and direction.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
so
Okay, so you could visualize, but as mentioned, like if there
Oh,
is
yeah.
something there.
No,
Yeah.
yes.
So
If
so
they've
I just
if
want
they
it to
filled
be
it with concrete, then yes,
right.
that could be a problem.
But in theory, yes. But you so I just want that to be part of the understanding as
Mhm.
you make this analysis.
Um,
And when I return, I would
Where-
shoot on the sign and make sure everybody's aware that they saw me, or one of them saw me.
something. Sorry.
yeah. Okay, so radius. You're not particularly good at stealth. So, given that, I was thinking that I would dimension door you aboard. The others who are somewhat better at stealth could sneak aboard elsewhere and just get where we can observe what's going on and be able to intervene at an appropriate moment. Because here's the thing, there's more people on board there now than there will be once this whole Coven audition thing is done. And who knows, they might be killing each other off over it. And if we can induce that kind of event, it will, it will, make things easier for us. So, but I just want to, I want us to be on board. So,
Who has Arcana proficiency?
I believe I do.
I do.
I do.
Oh, wow, lots of you. You can all roll Arcana checks too, if you want.
28.
Just a
Nat
15 for
28.
me.
Wow. Okay.
Not
So,
20.
Right, okay,
so
no, no, no.
Malleus, what you realize thinking about this once you're told about the sign is, hag covens are not like just a group of hags. It's 3.
Mhm.
It's always 3. It's only 3.
Okay.
Right. So if there's more of them, then they don't have hag powers? Is that it?
No, it's
Is that,
more.
are they,
But what it tells you is that if they're holding auditions, maybe they've lost one of their original 3.
or, or,
And further, that they
Alternatively-
do have, when there are 3 in a coven, they have more power than they
Hmm.
do
okay.
Mhm.
otherwise.
So we probably want to intervene before they form a new coven.
Because
Mhm.
certainly, if they
Unless-
form a new coven, they're more powerful than they will be if it hasn't been.
Right. But at the same time, yeah, probably if we can figure out some way to foment unrest among them, we're probably in better shape. Ah,
Kneecap will use minor
Alright.
illusion to make a whisper sound in uh, Cuspid's ear.
Okay.
Just like a psst.
Okay.
why did you do that?
Using
What?
that as a tactic. If we're looking at
Income.
trying to,
Make arguments.
yeah,
I mean, okay, yeah, I mean, that sounds like a good idea. I don't have anything. All right,
Splitting them up would be useful if we had some sort of spell or ability to
Okay.
do that. So we don't face them all in one group.
yeah,
Right.
I'm,
Um, I think we need to know how many people are in there before we can form a better plan. We know at least
At least
There's
4,
several.
or at least, yeah.
we need more information.
we need more information.
So I think we need to sneak on board.
And-
Um,
and observe. I concur.
yeah,
I do have the greater invisibility. I could, the thing is, that would take one of my 2 4th level
levels, so-
spells.
Mhm.
But I could also cast it twice.
Not at the same
And
time.
then
Concentration, right?
concentration up to 1 minute.
Right, so.
But I could
mean,
also
it's-
cast it on someone else.
Um,
Hmm. Well, I have regular invisibility.
yeah, and that one can affect more than one person if you cast it at high levels, right?
Also
I
lasts
can only-
longer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You just can't do anything while you're
Yeah.
invisible.
Yeah, concentration lasts up to an hour.
I think that's a better
I
play
only,
then.
I only have it up to, in the meta, I only have up to 2nd level spell slots though.
oh,
So I
okay.
can't
Okay.
upcast it.
So you
Okay.
would be you
So
or
you
one
can only
person
cast
would
it
be
on one
as
person.
our scout.
Yeah.
Well, I have, let's see. I have greater invisibility. I can use it on myself.
But
Okay.
that doesn't last as long.
Yeah.
Right, but a minute may be all we need in order to get onto it and in someplace hidden.
And if I need to get away, I also have Misty Step.
Useful.
Right.
Can you all just double check really quick that you can move your tokens? I've had some Roll20 stuff switch around on me, okay, and I just wanted to make
Yep.
sure there wasn't.
I can.
Oh, good.
Okay.
I can.
Okay, good. Just confirming.
All right.
So,
All right.
how much?
I think greater invisibility is probably better used as a tactical spell.
Mhm.
Um,
So regular invisibility on one of it. You can cast on someone beside yourself, correct, Malleus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
On either you or somebody else, they scout, they come back, we report, we form plan, we engage.
Mhm.
The only question is who would be the person.
I
to
think a
scout.
regular invisibility would be a better choice for that.
Right, that's what I'm thinking.
time.
That's what I'm thinking. We Malleus casts regular invisibility on one of us
Yeah.
Okay.
and takes a look at the situation, and then we can form a plan of attack.
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Since this is a magical situation, might best be someone who has Arcana, so they can recognize if they say the hags are doing something magical. Maybe it's something as simple as auditions. Maybe it's not. But
I mean,
I
Bless you.
yeah.
Thank you.
I don't know if we actually have anybody that has a bit of stealth.
no, I am not.
My
Stealth.
my stealth is +3, but my arcana is +8.
I
my,
Uh,
Yeah.
I have-
I'm-
okay, if I'm going to sneak aboard, I'm going to use my stealth is +5.
Yeah, that's
Um,
definitely better.
If I'm going to sneak aboard, I'm going to use Dimension Door, but I'm a lot more confident in my ability to get there and do that.
Okay. Well, I can.
Alright.
Oh yeah,
And-
that's right. You can't cast this. You can't cast invisibility on you, and then you cast Dimension Door because that would end it.
Mhm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Casting any spell ends it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I can just, Dimension Door in and go to a hidden place and sneak from there. But the question is then getting word back out to you.
Okay.
does anybody have a message?
How?
Cantrip.
Nope. Um.
No.
Do you want to take me too? Because I do have invisibility,
It might be the best thing.
and I can provide some backup. Um. If you get into
Yeah.
trouble.
Right. And in case I need to sound the alarm,
I also have Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
which should be audible.
yeah,
That would definitely be
Yeah.
a signal things have gone south.
yeah. And I've got Thaumaturgy, which can be loud.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Shake the castle a bit to let us know.
That's so
Yeah.
Come in.
on.
What I really wish is like the castle was more like the castle in Howl's Moving Castle, where it could like shake itself like a dog and just like
Yeah.
shake all the hags out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the Castellan could do that if you were able to talk to them about it.
Yeah.
mhm.
I think that
Yeah.
might be. You scout out the hags, and I'll see if I can find the castellan and see if.
Well, where I was going to send to was with the fourth floor. That's where I
Yeah.
thought was most likely to be vacant.
Yeah.
Yeah. If they're having auditions, they might be like in a
They'll be in a
Might be
larger
larger
space.
area.
inside those doors,
Yeah.
making a mess
So.
of our library.
All
That
right.
alone, that's a crime, right, Malleus?
Yeah.
So you guys sneak close so that you can rush aboard if you're needed.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
and
what
then I'm
we
going to
need
Dimension
is
Door Malleus and myself onto the 4th floor.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Let's do this.
Okay, so the plan is to try to have Malleus and Cuspid appear with the dimension door right in basically the center of the room on the 4th floor.
I'm actually not in the center of the room. I want to go. Let me put my tokens where to put my token where I
For
think
ping?
would be.
Mhm.
You know what? It won't let me. Okay.
Well, yeah, I think I can put you
Yeah.
wherever
In
you
the
want, but in the corner
in
there.
this corner. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm
Yeah.
going to have you do is essentially make a luck check. This is just a
Okay.
d20. What I'm looking for here is just a DC 10. Well, you know what? It's DC 5 to avoid like being appearing inside something.
Right. Well, I mean, if that happens, I take damage and the spell just doesn't happen at all. So.
Well, right, but I'm just saying
Right.
that you're going to
Okay.
attempt it, and
Ah!
oh no.
Gosh.
Well, okay, that was a 2 for those listening at home. So that is 46 force damage.
Yep. I just rolled it. It's 13.
Okay.
And Malleus also has to take that damage.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Yeah, so 13 force damage is you open the portal, but find that you were just a bit off of where you thought you were targeting, and it ended up being
Okay. So
there was something
maybe
in the
that's
way.
not such a great idea after all.
Okay. Then I think we should all sneaky.
I'm a little
Okay.
disappointed, actually. I thought that was a good plan, but I just didn't want to.
It's a good plan.
I mean,
Golden
we could-
Midas.
It was a
we
great
could-
plan.
Well, we could try again with a slightly different location, but
I think I would say I think having done that once and caught a glimpse of it, you feel like if you had a second casting, you could do it properly.
I do. In fact, I do have another fourth level slot.
Yeah.
Um.
So you think that on a second try you could get it right without you wouldn't have to roll.
Oh, okay. Well,
I think it's worth it.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Okay.
Yeah, the first one it ended up ultimately was kind of just like a calibration. Like
Okay.
you missed, but then you realized it's like when you're shooting
had
at
the wa-
targets. You're like, okay, I missed it by this much on this direction.
I
so
was aiming using the wrong bit.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
looking at the wrong bit.
All right. So
That's a
then,
very obscure Monty Python reference.
Yep.
all right. So let me move Malleus and Cuspid up there. Let me. And you appear poof, in the 4th floor. This was Zathir's meditation chamber.
Yeah.
It's second from the top floor. There does not appear to be anyone else here in this room at this time. But you do
Good.
hear as you appear some under the breath muttering from the opening that goes to the ladder that goes down.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to. Okay. I'd like to. Do you want to use invisibility now? Or do you even have that? You don't have that. Oh, wait, you said you did.
I do.
Okay.
I can use.
Let-
Let me cast it. I'll cast invisibility on you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm assuming that you are whispering and or communicating
Yes.
with hand gestures here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Is invisibility require verbal components?
It does, but I will whisper them.
Well, so to some extent you need to say it loud enough for the spell to work, which is going to give a possible chance of so how about this? I will let you make a roll using your spellcasting modifier, and the goal is to beat the passive perception of someone who would otherwise be in hearing distance.
Okay.
Because otherwise, you're kind of undoing the subtle spell meta magic.
Yeah. So like you can try, but you kind of know that like you kind of have to fully say the words or else the spell doesn't work. So
You know what? I'll
Right.
put up. I'll hold up my hand. Let me
Okay.
just. I'm just gonna sneak over to that edge and listen close
okay.
and and very slowly try and peek over the edge.
Okay.
Mhm.
So make a perception check.
Not too good at those, but let's see what happens.
And maybe a stealth check too.
17 on
Okay,
perception.
great, great. And-
Oh!
oh dear, that's a
Oh,
natural one on
no.
the
No.
stealth. So what you
Man, I just
discern
hit
with
such
your
a
Wow.
perception,
break.
what you discern with your perception is you hear what sounds like the voice of one of the hags um, muttering to herself. Is just kind of like, come on, you stupid thing. You're going to embarrass us in front of our new prospects. You were working for her before. Why wouldn't you work for us? We know magic too. And as you sort of peek down there, you look, and one of these hags, now in her like regular hag, ugly hag form,
Mhm.
is standing in front of the Castellan's map table, which is once again deactivated.
Mhm.
And she is muttering at it, and she kind of kicks it, and it's just doing nothing. You don't see anyone else on that floor right now.
Mhm.
But I think she is just kind of like, muttering. And as she kind of kicks it and she sort of turns away, just like, ugh, looks up and then happens to just like lock eyes with you.
Oh my God. Oh God. Oh
And we're
God.
rolling initiative.
Yes.
Oh,
Alrighty then.
wow.
Yes. So here she is on the initiative. So yeah,
Right.
you can all go ahead and roll initiative.
Yes,
Okay.
and
Okay.
right now we don't see anybody
Highlighted.
else on there.
Uh,
Yeah.
well, right, yeah. So I mean,
Okay.
no
So I
one
want to
is
make
on.
sure.
Yeah. So
Mm.
because again, if you can have your token selected and then roll initiative, it should put you on the tracker. But if
Yeah.
this
Didn't.
is
Oh,
Didn't
well.
didn't like it.
okay, I don't.
Thank you,
Yeah,
roll 20.
I
Lucky
did.
tip. Yeah, I did.
All right,
agree.
whatever. Why doesn't I don't
Sigh.
I whatever. Okay, so you should all be on there in a moment. Here we go. Yeah, you should all be on there now.
Yay. That's good. Good initiative for me.
Well, except that no one except Malleus Cuspid and this first hag know anything is happening yet.
Well, still
Yeah. Mhm.
better than a.
All right.
Better than a 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cuspid?
This this
Okay, yeah,
Tarsus is
just
not fast.
yeah, there we go. Okay. So, Kneecap, you are first. What are you doing while you're waiting to like you saw them dimension door in there and they actually poofed up there and didn't pop back this time. So what are you doing kind of it's been a minute.
Would it? I think a kneecap would have been moving forward sneaking forward quietly.
Okay. Cuz like right now I have you all on kind of the terrace, but I think you
Yeah.
were actually kind of off in the woods a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna kind of just move you just off to the side to reflect that. But so you're just waiting for a signal, right? Or
Yeah.
you're kind of
Trying to
get a little closer, but yeah.
gonna figure try and get within
Yeah.
one round's movement to
Okay. Are you doing that stealthily? Because
yeah,
someone did see you before.
absolutely stealth.
Okay, sure. Yeah. Go ahead and roll that stealth.
I can't roll stealth to save my life today.
Okay.
6.
Oh
Um,
dear.
Okay, so I
Oh, wait a
think
minute.
that what you see as you are approaching one of these um, is as you are like trying to move up on the terrace, there is that same sort of witch that you saw before is basically leaning against the wall out here smoking a cigarette. And and as you approach, she just you see her watching you again with a sort of like you again look.
Uh-oh.
But that's all that has happened at the moment. But all right, Radius, what are you doing? Are you sneaking up as well?
Yes. Um, and that'll bring me into where?
So if you are sneaking up in the same way that Kneecap is, you're basically going to be where Kneecap is. But you can make your own stealth roll if you want.
Yes, I will do so. It's terrible.
I mean, now that we've established there's a witch right there, like, but she doesn't have perfect like line of sight.
Right. Oof. 10.
Yeah, she sees you too. All right.
Well, and so let's see, where is Nick? So she sees me. Do I have something that could make her?
Make her dead? That'd be useful.
Sadly, I don't have anything to try to pull her.
Hmm.
Oh.
Could it?
I mean, right now she seems more annoyed than alarmed.
Now and we're okay. Then I'm gonna just try to stick with Kneecap, and there's not much I can do, and she hasn't done anything, so I'm gonna just keep moving.
she was just standing there and she just sees you all coming.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so next it is the hag's turn. And the one that was down here by the castellan is going to first scream, "Scabatha! Intruders!"
Dun, dun, dun.
Mm-hmm. And then she is going to... What? I don't... That's not the right... Yeah, let's see. She is going to wave her hand at you, Cuspid, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Pray for me.
Brian. Please, Vulcan, allow this, the friend of your servitor, to make this saving throw. In the name of the God of the Forge. Amen.
Yeah. And if you need to, I can actually you.
You can actually provide material help?
I think the flash of genius, is it not just ability checks?
It saves too.
Okay.
Nice.
And I also have favored by the gods, so okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll it here and because okay, 15.
15
I don't
on
think
the-
that's gonna pass. So I'm gonna use favored by the gods. Oh no, if you this one's worded differently than a lot. This one's if you fail. So
Okay.
does that fail?
Well, so what is the modifier with the 15?
0.
Okay. So, as it happens, a 15 does save, and you
Okay.
just you hear her with you were already listening and kind of just frozen as she's looking up at you, and you see her kind of mouth "naughty froggy," but then you feel the magic that was trying to take hold of you. You were able to shake it off. And it doesn't work. But she did yell down the ladder, and then she kind of tucks herself a little bit here, but behind the table, Okay, and then so hearing that, the her sister Scabatha um, is yeah, she is hears that she's going to move and shout down she on the spiral staircase. None of you would necessarily know all this, but Malleus and everyone else can kind of hear some distant shouting that goes along with all of that of just saying, um, shoot, did I have a name for the flesh golem before? I can't remember.
think
Oh,
you did.
I think it was like Ambrose or something like that, or Aloysius or
Aloysius, I
something.
think is it. That's
Yeah.
what I was just about to say.
Yes,
I think
Aloysius
that's
is
what
the
it
name,
was.
yes.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
you hear a shouting of saying, "Aloysius, on the lookout!" And so that one screams there, and then she's going to start climbing up to join her sister, but she's going to need to dash to get up to this floor on her turn. Okay. Cuspid, it is your turn now.
um, are these windows big enough to fit through?
I would say, gosh,
Like,
the
squeeze
description
through?
of it calls them narrow windows.
Okay.
I would say squeeze through, but like there's also not really like obvious like ledges or balconies. Like
No,
if
no,
you,
yeah, that's less of a concern.
yeah.
Um, uh, okay. I'm gonna cast thaumaturgy,
Mm-hmm.
and create uh, 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 a rumble of thunder in this clear sky,
Okay.
outside the window in the direction where my friends are.
All right. Yes, you can
um,
absolutely do that.
and um, yeah, I'm gonna climb up the ladder.
Okay.
I am not in a position to face down two hags.
All right.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Or
I'm gonna
So-
climb
yeah.
up to the top level.
Okay, so I think you can basically I'll let you get to like where you can sort of you've got your head up, you can see into the room because
Yeah.
climbing is half speed. So
Half speed,
yeah.
yeah.
So I'll say that you're not quite all the way up on the top floor yet with just regular movement, but what you do see when you get up there is in addition to this being sort of the lighthouse room, you
Mhm.
see Zathier and Felix. Felix seems unconscious but breathing. Zathier looks dead.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Okay. All right. Well, that's my turn.
Okay. Malleus, that makes it your turn.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Let me just
Mhm.
nope, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay. So Malleus is going to come over here to the stairwell
Mm-hmm.
and shoot off 3 scorching rays.
Ooh.
Okay.
Um, 2 to this one, to this one in the middle, and then
Okay.
1 to this one over here.
All right.
I've got spell sniper, so their cover doesn't
Sure.
count.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
So let me roll those.
Yeah. 26 hits. Okay.
And
And
those
20 hits also, and 18, all three of those hit. Yeah. So 10, 5, and 12 respectively. So 10 and 5 for the center one, or the one that's
Yep.
so 15, and then 12 for the other one.
Yep. And then I'm going to back up one
Okay.
and let's see. Do I have any bonus actions that I can do? Not right
Pull out your force ballista.
Nope. That's
An
an
action.
action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I was thinking that I should have done that before I went through the dimension door, but I didn't
Well,
actually
you
say
were
it.
planning to have more time.
Yeah. Well, no, that's fine, but
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
what I wanted to do because it would let me do 3 attacks, and depending on what they do next round, I can pull
Mhm.
out the Force Ballista or Thunder Wave or something.
Mhm.
So that's my action. That's my turn.
All right. Okay. They both look surprised because this is a different individual than they had seen previously. Like they expected there might be more, but this threw them for a loop a little bit. All right, Cora, it is your turn. You had been kind of waiting to approach, but you've certainly been given the signal now.
Right.
You can basically get up to where Mally or Kneecap and Radius are with your regular movement.
All right. So, and there is like another hag, like
Right there.
Well, yeah.
Right
So
there?
she looks like you don't recognize that one,
okay.
but there is what appears to be perhaps someone there for the auditions. But yes, but
Alrighty.
watching certainly and seems aware of Kneecap and Radius.
All right. So I will do a move up and debating. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna move up to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
One and but so that I can see her.
Okay.
And
By the way, has that hag done anything other than
No, basically, so she essentially had her turn. Technically, they rolled initiative first, but nothing had happened yet on their turn. Essentially,
and I'd like to be in 30 feet if I can.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. So you're basically like when you're up there, where no, so like what I'm saying is like where Kneecap and Radius are, like that's where you can get with your regular movement, but
Okay.
I'll say that's within 30 feet of that.
Okay.
Range.
All right, that works.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So I'm going to start with how many slots do I have at third? I've only got 3, but if I can take one mostly out. All right, so third level casting Witch Bolt,
All right.
which is a attack roll.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 24 to hit.
Certainly
Nice.
hits. Yeah, definitely hits.
All right.
23 damage.
Yeah,
Holy Hannah.
you just you see like a cartoon skeleton, and then she crumbles into a pile of dust.
Okay.
Oh, goody.
Oh, what a
Oh,
And
horrible
then I
world.
will say, if there's anyone else out there and you want to leave without that happening to you, come out with your hands up.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Or maybe
At,
intimidation.
at disadvantage because you're yelling from like outside and most like you don't know if they've
Okay.
actually seen anything, right? So
Disadvantage. Roll.
you know what? Intimidation is what this is.
Okay, that's a different number. So let me
Okay,
do that
well,
again.
it looks like that was a low roll anyway.
1 second.
Did you just call for me?
No.
It looks like that was a low roll. So
Yeah.
I think yeah. So I think you yell, but the thing is, you kind of realize, oh, I'm not sure anyone else actually saw that happen.
Heard.
So
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
such a beautiful lineup for
Well,
that.
yeah.
Oh well, say la vie.
But it does give you the indication that perhaps these folks that here for the audition might not be of the same caliber of power.
I'm actually going to maintain the concentration check on it. The
Wow.
concentrate. So that
Wait.
way, if someone else comes out, I can zap.
You can't.
feel-
Doesn't
I
work
don't
that
know.
way.
No,
I
it doesn't
yeah,
work that
no.
way.
Spell
Damn it.
ends once the target's down.
Yeah.
Snore.
Yeah.
Oh well, c'est la vie. But at
Yeah.
least it worked.
It sure did.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
It sure did.
Yeah. Okay, so that's Kora's turn. Tarsus.
Okay, Tarsus comes marching up to here to join the others. Looks like we're going to have friends coming out soon, so let us put up Spirit Guardians,
Okay.
30-foot radius, protect. So get ready for some difficulties for them.
Okay. All right. What do your spirit guardians look like?
This Tarsus is look different than the last one. This one are just hammers. They are hammers from a forge.
Mjolnir.
Nice.
Yes, like Mignola, yes, like Mignola years. Yes.
All right.
Thank you.
Nice. Okay. That happened. All right. Then all of you kind of from inside hear some familiar armored footsteps. Clunk,
Oh,
clunk.
yes.
But you
do.
still
Yeah,
don't see anything. All right. So let's see. Let's see. Yeah, and then there's you get the impression that more stuff is happening, but you don't see any of it yet.
Mhm.
And then Kneecap, it is your turn. So all you've seen is that one witch just got vaporized by Cora's spell.
Kneecap
Zorp.
is
And that was
going-
the only one, as far as you know, that saw any of you out there.
Kneecap
Right.
is going to. Uh, hmm. Yeah, Kneecap's going to go ahead and rage
Okay.
and then run up. So to. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Where you?
Sorry.
That's okay. Where are you trying to go?
How? Base. Right there is
Oh,
where.
you know what? So yeah, so there are stairs there, but I was kind of assuming you were approaching on this side. While it's sitting, you can climb over right here. So
Oh,
I
okay.
was kind of placing you with the assumption that you were coming at it that way. So
Okay.
what I would
yeah,
say
that's
is
fine.
you can use 30 feet to basically get to here if that's what you want.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
So that's 30 feet. But reminder that on this map, that is like the outer wall, and it doesn't
Yeah.
give you access to the inner area except through the doors on the east and west.
Okay.
So if you have more
So-
movement or wanted to dash,
Yes,
you could.
I definitely have more movement.
Mm-hmm.
So 30, 35, 40, 45, 50.
Open to
And
those. Why are they closed again? That's weird.
let's see.
All right.
Can I see any?
Yes. Now peeking into the room. You see what? No. No. Okay. Now peeking into the room, you see that there are 5 others of these sort of hedge witches that are kind of, they had been sort of just hanging out during the auditions, but now seem like a little bit more like on alert. Something's happening. But you also see Aloysius right there, who seems to be already in the process of lumbering towards that door where you're standing.
This is Aloysius?
Yes.
Mhm.
He looks
Final
bigger
form?
than before.
Oh God, he does, doesn't he?
Well, the thing is that I think he really always should have been large. I realized after the fact I didn't have him large on the map before, but he always should have been.
I mean, he was
Okay.
playing to being at night, so.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I think.
I always said he was big.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Okay. Well, I think since I'm right there, I see enemies, but at the end of my movement, regular movement, so I will take the dodge action and just be ready to defend against whatever's coming.
All right. Okay. That is your turn, Radius.
Alrighty. I will move in here. Oh crap! There we go. Over there.
Well, you're kind of off the weird grid map, and so if you're trying to
Oh,
just
yeah.
move into out here, so basically 30 feet can get you to right here.
Right. And there's no way to see into those rooms other than the doors, correct?
You have to go down to either the east or west side, like where Kneecap is.
When he comes in, could I just shout, "Many enemies inside"?
Sure.
Right. You know what? Might as well do it now. They've got a big dude. I would like to have a big dude as well.
Well, the only thing that I'll just say is you're about to like squeeze through a bunch of narrow hallways
yeah,
to get
the
to the door.
hallway.
Uh, just saying.
Yeah.
I love the idea. I will give you the advice that maybe next round is
Maybe
the
with-
time to do it.
yeah.
But I mean, you can do it, but you will be moving. You know, any movement through those hallways is going to be at half speed if you're that big.
Right. Can I do something to him?
Could you get to the other side of the door from Kneecap?
No, he's used all his movement already.
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
right
I'd have
there.
to dash.
Oh,
I'd have
if
to
you
dash.
If he dashed, he could.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait because I'll need my action. Darn. I can't buff.
Hold an action?
No, because what I'm gonna
Dodge?
do won't fit in the hallway, so I'll have to wait till next turn when I can move to that door.
Mhm.
So
I mean,
that'll
you
be-
could dash if you're not doing anything else, but
Yeah.
then of course
Or
you're
dodge.
in potential.
right
Yeah.
getting smacked by a construct.
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, I will wait, but I know what I'm gonna do next turn. So that'll be my turn. I'll just
Okay.
get into.
Great. Okay. So now it is these two hags their turn, and I think that they're gonna. There's some initial squabbling about who's going first. But then they are both going to use their actions to dash in order to move up here and occupy this room. And so they had to use their action to dash to get all the way up there in one turn.
Ah,
So that's it. But that's what they've done is that they've tried to, to A, figure out who else might be even up there, and also B, just like flood the space, flood the zone.
Right.
Well,
yeah. Well, at least they're not going to be down where the rest of the group is.
good news, bad news.
One of
A little
them
bit.
does just say, it's like, anyone who wants in the coven better impress us by defending this castle. All right. So Cuspid, that is your turn. Remember, you were like most of the way up the ladder there, but
Yeah.
now you realize one of these hags is like right below you.
Yeah. I'm going to scramble in. I can just see that our hostess there is dead.
She is dead.
Yeah, I'm going to cast a quickened cure wounds at first level on the unconscious fellow.
Okay.
12 points to him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Uh,
whoosh.
so you get that works. Like you
Mhm.
feel the healing take place. You
Yeah.
get the impression that he is also poisoned.
Mm.
And so he does not seem to like wake up. You did heal him. It was a successful healing, but he's
Right.
poisoned and still can't move.
Just like
Oh.
Tarsus
Right,
was.
like we've
Yeah,
encountered
they
this
played
poison
that
before.
game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, haven't got anything to do about that.
Mm.
So, yeah, I'm gonna squeeze out the window.
I just realized you probably moved yourself right on top of Zathir's token because I had them still both on the GM layer.
Okay.
So that's all right. Let me just put them on there so that it's yeah.
Well, they'll keep. Yeah. Did I? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna squeeze out the window.
Okay. So make an athletics check. Crawling around on the outside of the tower.
Oh no!
Oh, this is.
I got an 8.
Uh-huh.
Oh god!
Oh God! Oh God!
Um
Flat.
yeah, I think I'm good. So, how about this? Dexterity saving throw.
I mean, okay. Saving throws are just not working. All right.
Okay.
Clearly,
So,
CrowdStrike coded the saving throws on Roll20. there.
yeah. So what I'm gonna say is, with a 17 dexterity saving throw, I'm gonna still make you take, let's see, 1d6 worth of falling damage, which rolled a 6. So that's 6. But I think that having climbed out the window and then fallen, what you managed to do is catch this little like perch thing that was sticking out of the window. So
Oh
one of
my
the
God.
windows of this room that seems like
Okay,
it must
right,
have once had
right,
a bird-like
gotcha.
inhabitant.
Mhm,
So you managed
yeah.
to grab that instead of falling all the way. And it kind
Okay.
of like it hurt to land on it, but you managed to keep
Yeah.
yourself from
Like-
falling
like-
all the way to the bottom.
Landed with like one elbow over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oof.
Yeah. So, and you know that like the window there is, would let you back in on the second floor.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, but yes. So
Sorry to leave you alone there, Malleus, but
Malleus literally cornered by two hags. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Cool.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's not much I could have done.
Yeah. So, speaking of Malleus, it's your turn.
Yay!
Oh God!
Thunderwave, second level.
Okay. Yeah. Fantastic.
Thunder,
Fantastic.
thunder,
Con-
thunder.
Constitution saving through
Gotcha. Oh.
16.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Let me turn this on. My extensions. Where are those? There. What are they trying to beat?
Constitution saving through DC 16.
Okay. The first one. The first one rolls a 9. And then the second one rolls a 5. So they both fail.
Yay.
13
Nice.
thunder damage.
Nice. And then they're pushed back, right?
Hold on, let's see. Let me double check because this is.
I think if they fail, they're pushed back.
Yeah, in addition, unsecured objects that are completely within the area of effect automatically push 10 feet away from you by the spell's effect.
Well, so one of them, I think, is pushed into the corner there. The other one is pushed into where the ladder well is and is going to fall to
Oh, so sad.
the next floor down and take another d6 of damage,
Nice.
which is only 1.
No.
But she's
Still.
now a floor down again instead of being where
Yeah.
she was.
Okay.
So maybe you can scramble up that ladder.
Yeah, so he can join you.
By falling out the window?
I mean, it's a better
Um,
choice than facing those hags.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, okay.
Option's choice.
Scramble halfway as far as I can get up the ladder.
Sure.
run, always run.
Yeah, so basically you are like still most of the way up the ladder, but you're within line of sight from anyone on the fourth floor.
Uh-huh.
All right, cool. Cora, it is your turn.
All right, so I'm going to. We're just far enough that I think I'm gonna have to.
You can use 30 feet to get to where radius is.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I'll move your token if
Yeah,
that's the plan. Yeah.
but that's not at one of the doors.
Well, no, but you can't go straight to the door because there's an outer wall around it.
Right, right.
So
So I'm going to
almost like it's a defensive construction.
for
Oh,
some
wow.
reason. Yeah, like
Yeah.
yeah, I know it makes complete sense, but I guess I'm going to move, like do a second move, no other action to
I think probably
get.
also you might have heard. Would Cuspid would you have like yelled or screamed when you fell?
Um, there
I
would
mean,
definitely be a big oof.
mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
So I think
I-
without a scream, they wouldn't know necessarily because you're around the other side from them.
They
right.
would have heard. They would have heard the thunder wave
Yeah, we
go
Yeah.
heard the
off.
Oh yeah.
thunder
No, you
wave.
know stuff's going on. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the
Um,
idea of Cuspid hanging from the outside of the tower.
yeah, and the
Mm-hmm.
feather token I took was the anchor, so that's not gonna help.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just going to do a second move to
Okay.
get behind Kneecap.
You could also pass Kneecap and be on the other side of the door if you want.
Sure. Yeah,
right.
I'll go on the other side of the
All
door.
right.
Leave leave space next to
Okay.
um
Next to Kneecap.
yeah. leave the
Okay.
others.
Tarsus.
Okay, I'm gonna
ahead
go
and
follow my comrades.
Put
I'm
you
going
up
to
there.
go to
just-
there
Yeah.
and then follow Cora and Kneecap down this way as far as
Okay.
I can go. Do you want me? Do you? Well, Kneecap is going to go before me, so I think
Yeah, probably
here's-
be better just be on.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll be this
Yeah.
side. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'll go here
All right.
if I can.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. It's now Aloysius's turn.
Of course it is.
Boom, 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 boom. Basically, like he looks like you're just now imagining how awkwardly Aloysius would have had to be all hunched up to try to go through that narrow hallway. And so, but right now he's just in the doorway, so he is going to take one slam each at Kneecap and at Cora.
No. Wouldn't he take? Wouldn't he be affected
Oh.
by the spirit guardians?
Oh, you're right. He
That's at
absolutely.
that space?
You are absolutely right. He would. So that's a wisdom save.
That's a wisdom save of 15.
He's not good at wisdom saves, but he rolled super high, so he got a 19.
Okay, so he only takes half damage
Okay.
then. So he'll only take 3 radiant
Well,
damage.
even still, yeah, he
Damage is
he's-
damage.
Damage
And
is damage.
he wanders
And that
into the
mu-
cloud of hammers and is like, ah.
Now these two won't because they're behind the wall, but since he's through the wall, that's why
Yeah.
Aloysius
Does,
dead. But
yeah. So does it go
Doesn't
around
go-
corners?
no,
Okay.
no. So
Behind
that's
total
why
cover,
Aloysius,
right? But yes,
yeah.
but Aloysius absolutely did.
Aloysius
But
gets
so
it.
he's going to do a slam against both Kneecap and Cora, and a disadvantage against Kneecap because of the dodge.
Yes.
So that's a 13 to hit.
Miss.
Okay, but then against Cora is a 16 to hit
That hits.
for 19 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, you!
Ouch.
I don't
Okay.
like hitting.
Yeah. All right.
Not quite half my hit points.
All right,
Oh,
that
no.
is his turn. Okay, now it is the other witches who are eager to get in the fight, except that they also realize, hey, wait, now Aloysius is blocking the whole doorway.
Door.
Oh,
So they are, a couple of them are going to just set up position here in the room to like be ready if and when anything else happens here. But 2 of them are going to dash to try to go around the other way. So
well, that'll be fun.
okay. Okay, so they're dashing to try to go around the other way, but none of you would see any of that yet. But these 2 are readying actions to cast a spell if they see any of the intruders.
Oh boy.
But right
That'd
now,
be
I
you,
think
Radius.
Aloysius is in the way. Okay, Kneecap, that's you.
Okay. And I didn't take damage or I.
Well, he
Alright.
tried to hit you and missed.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah, so you did rage, but you also didn't attack or take damage. So I think that rage would have ended.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. Okay, well, I guess I'll actually. change what I did, but so rage back up, and
Okay.
this time I will hit. I
All
will
right.
attack. Oh, don't think a 12 will hit.
No. He's big and
Alright.
slow, but he's also heavily armored.
How
Are
about
they?
24?
24 hits.
Oh, 1 second.
And that is 13 damage.
Nice.
And I'm gonna bardic
Non-magical.
inspiration that first.
You have to do that on your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Never
Yeah,
mind.
sorry.
Skip that.
That's all right. Well, just so on
Remember.
your turn, you can do that as a bonus action.
13, but also non-magical.
A 13 does. Well, yeah. So 13 damage.
Damage.
To does.
Non-magical.
And oh, you're right. I don't know. I thought that I was doing this before. The magical damage. I'm just realizing there's a bunch of things about the stat block I wasn't using last time. I'm going to say he seems to have resistance on that.
Okay.
So,
Hey, better than immunity.
yeah. Well, that's metagaming. You're not in character. Not supposed to know any of that.
Some
Anyway.
damage is better than no damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I did resistance last time. So with this character, because he's also not a normal flesh golem wouldn't have armor either. So. All right. So that's your turn, Kneecap, or anything else? Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay, Radius. You can kind of push past your friends, but you think you can also hear maybe some people coming the other way.
And you're muted.
Yeah. Oh man, this is very bad. Too tight a space. I need to fix this. Could I? Man, that's gonna open me up to so many hits though. Oh man. You know what? That's fine. I will.
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah, I know.
Uh-huh.
I will move. How far across is that? I will move down here
Okay.
to there. Is that that's like a little alcove, right? It's not a like set of stairs or anything.
Right. Yeah. No, you can't get out that way.
Right.
Yeah, it's a wall. It's just ornamented.
And I don't have enough speed to screw it. I'll move there. Bonus action, Misty Step
Okay.
into the room.
All right.
Directly across the way to near the other doors. So,
Okay. Well, so you can Misty Step 30 feet. So it would
Yep.
be like you could
Over
like
the
get
da-
to
over
like
the big
the
table.
center. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. And I think as you appear, the witches that had held actions are going to fire on you.
Yep.
I'll let you do your thing first, and then they'll fire. So you Misty stepped with a bonus action. Did you have an action you were going to do?
Oh, I can't cast another spell because Misty Step's leveled. So.
You can use a cantrip.
Yeah. You could cast
Oh,
a cantrip.
okay. Then I will firebolt. You know what? Actually, no. I'll take my action to light my lantern, at my hip with my
Okay.
candle in it, and that'll be my turn.
Okie doke. Now the witches are all gonna cast Ray at Frost at you.
Yep.
What? No, it didn't. Hang on. They didn't roll that the way that I thought it was going to. That's okay. A 13, an 18, and a 10.
The 18 will hit, but I'll use shield.
Okay, so the shield will make the 18 miss as well.
Yes.
Okay, good job. They all fire at you, but you are able to deflect the ones that would have otherwise been on target. Okay, cool. So that makes it the hag's turn.
The real hags.
Yeah. So the one that is here on the 4th floor is going to make you make a wisdom save, Malleus.
Okay.
Come on, Malleus.
Okay, and of course, roll the thing. I'm gonna have to do it
Thanks, roll 20.
manually.
Well, I think I think it must be the extension is not like,
Yeah.
it might be that Roll20 and D&D Beyond are doing their own things, but
Mhm.
the problem is that the Beyond 20 extension seems to not be
Yeah.
keeping up with all of that, perhaps. But in any
Yeah.
case, an 11, unfortunately,
I'm going
is...
to use my flash of genius to
yeah?
at least try and up that to a 16.
And that makes the difference. You find yourself about to transform into a little gecko, but unfortunately for the hag, you remembered at the last second something that allowed you to force your way past it. What was it?
Oh God, wait.
You're
Could be
not
like
ready
a
to
little-
sell insurance.
I think that this has happened to Malleus before, that he has been forcibly turned into a gecko, and the incensed rage in his little kobold heart prevents him from helps him fight off the insult of trying to be polymorphed into a gecko.
Mm-hmm.
It does enough damage to the gecko form to pop you out.
Yes, he is livid.
All right. So the other hag is going to use their dash to get up to this floor, and this one is going to start up the ladder after you.
Okay.
With her movement. All right, Cuspid, you are hanging by this this perch.
Yeah, I'm gonna clamber inside and get as far as I can towards that
All right,
um,
we'll say 10 feet of movement total to get inside that window.
Okay.
Are you able
So-
to? Yeah, I'll just move you in case. You
okay, and then if the door is closed, then,
it's open.
okay, then 20 and 30 gets me to the stairs.
Yes,
Um,
you
from
can
where
hear
I-
the action below.
Yeah,
It's
I figured I
actionable.
could hear it already. From where I am, at the top of the stairs, can I see that one witch on the bottom that's nearest to Radiant?
No, I don't think so, unfortunately, because it's it's a spiral staircase, and
All right.
and so from up top, you can't really see down into the room before. I think if you had like another 10 feet to move down the stairs, you would, but
All right. Then I will move down the stairs
okay.
so that I can see her.
All right, I'll put you here.
And I will use a quickened guiding bolt at first level.
Okay.
Wait. First level guiding
Quickened
bolt.
because you had to use your action to dash.
To move to dash, yeah.
Okay, gotcha. What are you casting?
Guiding bolt.
All right, let's have that roll.
Make her sparkly.
Not only is she unarmored, but she also is not expecting anyone coming from this direction. You do hit with a 14.
Okay. 4d6 radiant damage.
Ooh.
Not a bad roll, 13.
13. Yeah, she is walloped hard by that, and she looks very weak as a result. She is also
And
glittery.
sparkly.
Yes, glittery. Yeah, so she is hurt very badly by that. And she just
Alright.
looked. Yeah, it's not her turn, but she looks
I
like
will
she.
I will use the remainder of my movement to take cover
All right.
there.
Okay. I think since you had a dodge, you could actually move all the way back up to where they wouldn't have line of sight on you at all if you wanted.
Yeah, I'm gonna move out of line of sight.
Okay, so we'll say you're, sort of back up on this floor as part of the stairs.
Right.
Okay, cool. Malleus, that makes it your turn.
Okay, I'm going to scrabble up to here,
Mm-hmm.
use my action to finally summon my
Force ballista?
my ballista, my
Mm-hmm.
force ballista.
Okay.
Um, where is that? Eldritch Cannon. There you go. We'll use the tiny version just because that's more convenient for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to fire it at the lady who is coming up.
That seems like a splendid idea to me. So is
This
that a
thing at
saving
me.
throw for her for that
Nope,
one?
that's actually an attack,
Okay, great.
and that is a 27 to hit
Yeah,
Nice.
that certainly
Wow.
hits.
for 17 force damage.
Woo! Very nice. Poof.
She's not pushed or anything, is she?
Yeah, she's pushed 5 feet down.
So
Oh.
she was only 5 feet off the ground, so it like pushes her back to the floor, pushes her like she knocks her
No.
off the ladder. I
Yeah,
don't say that
pinches
there's
her fingers a little.
not any additional damage, but it certainly like puts her back down to the ground instead of partway up the ladder, and it certainly it's a hard enough hit all on its own.
Yeah.
All right, cool, good job. Anything else for your turn?
I think that's all I can do
Okay.
for action, bonus action, and movement.
Sure. So you also see then what Cuspid saw up here, and I'm not sure said, but you see Felek up here, who seems to be alive but perhaps paralyzed, and Zathir, who looks like she was
Mhm.
beaten to death.
Yeah, I should have prepared lesser restoration.
I do have lesser restoration, but I'm not there.
Oh,
Yeah.
woulda, shoulda, coulda. All right.
Yeah.
That's Malleus's turn. So Cora, it is your turn now.
All
You're
right.
face to face with a big armored dude.
Column of Doom.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the being in the face part is not the issue.
Mm.
I mean, not the where I want to be. So, oh yeah, I have lesser restoration too. Let me. Okay, that's not going to.
See where was all these lesser restorations when you had Tarsus poisoned?
I know.
Yeah.
I wasn't there that day.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And
Fair
I
enough.
had it, but I was the
Yeah.
paralyzed
Mhm,
one.
mhm.
All right, so I'm gonna doing disengage so he doesn't slam me again on my way
You can
out
go.
of the way.
Yeah, you can continue along through the outer perimeter, but you can't get past him through the doorway.
Yeah, I'm gonna like go around the perimeter so
Yep.
that I can still see him. But it's
Yeah, he's kind of been like he's like reaching through this doorway.
okay.
So tell me, yeah, what are you?
Yeah,
trying
so I want to move down to here.
Okay.
And for some reason it's not letting me move the
You have to move through
token.
Well, so like I mean,
Walls, probably.
the walls. Yeah.
Yeah. But I basically want to be able to disengage, and that's an action.
yes.
Okay.
But if the idea is that you want to do something with your bonus action to him, you can also do that before you disengage and move.
Well,
I'm
that's
I'm not
action,
sure what it is that you're
action.
trying to do.
Actually, I'm gonna healing word myself.
Okay, that you can
'Cause-
certainly do.
Ow, that hurt. And I'm
Okay,
gonna do that at
so
second level.
With disengage, you were able to move out of his melee range, and he wasn't able to opportunity attack you, and you are able to bonus action healing word yourself. Good thinking.
Yep.
All right.
So give myself 10 back, and next.
All right. Tarsus.
Okay. Tarsus is going to cast Spiritual Weapon. That's a bonus action. But then
Okay.
I'm going to cast it right here, and we're going to wield said
So I
spirit.
don't have one that's a hammer, but I recently got a little set of um animated spiritual weapon
Oh,
tokens.
nice.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
Let's see. Let's see how those if those look okay here. Where is the um? No, where are they? Um. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to find them. Um.
Yeah.
Here they are. So I don't think I have one that's a hammer, but I can make one that's like a sword or
That'll work.
a scythe or there's a glaive. Um.
Let's go with the glaive.
All right. Um. All right. Let's see. I'm just trying to pick. Yeah. There we go. Let's see. Oh wow, it's big.
Whoa.
Bigger
Oh.
than I expected.
Yeah. Yeah. So let
That
me.
is very cool, though.
It's very cool.
I guess it looks just really tiny when it's otherwise. So where are you putting it? Like right here?
Right here.
Oh, here. Let me. I can give you control of it.
Yep.
Okay. You should have
And
target over it.
Yep, I do.
Yeah.
And it will attack. I will attack with the spiritual weapon at
Gotcha.
our friend Aloysius.
Hmm.
Friend.
Friend, 19 hit.
A 19 does hit.
Okay. So he takes 6. He takes 6 damage. 6 force
All right.
damage.
Yep. And so that's not resisted.
No. Yeah, that is the point. So, yep. So that
Okay.
is my turn. I don't know if these two are coming around, but when they come around, they might get a nice surprise of my spirit guardian. So I am set and good.
Okay. And so now, what?
I was wondering, like, that was just a bonus action. Did you want to do
Oh.
some of your regular action?
Oh, was it the bonus action to cast an attack, or
Yeah.
is it?
It's
Yeah.
yes, it's
Okay,
bonus
I thought it was
action
a
to
bonus
cast
action.
and
Part of the
attack
cast.
spiritual weapon.
Okay. Can I see him?
I
to cast
think he would have 3/4 cover from where you are right
Can
now.
I cast Sacred Flame on it?
Yes.
Okay. I'll say Sacred Flame him. He makes the dex saving throw.
Okay.
Thank you, David.
And that's a 7.
Oh, he failed. Pity. He takes 13 radiant damage.
Nice.
Boo on you.
Oh no.
This is Tarsus's revenge for
Mhm.
the last sacrifice he's hags.
All
yeah,
right.
I was sensing the rage.
Okay, and that does make it Aloysius's turn, and because he is still within the Spirit Guardians, he's gonna make another Wisdom saving throw.
Yes, he is.
All right, that's a 10.
He fails again. And he takes 14 radiant damage.
Okay.
Enjoy it.
He doesn't. He doesn't enjoy it. He's mad,
You
but
want to punch at my
he's
friend?
been given instructions, and he is too dumb to realize that he should maybe move out of that area of effect.
You're punching my friend Decap.
He's trying to just get you guys, and he sort of waves his hand through the spiritual weapon, and so he's just going to try to slam attack both against Kneecap because that's who he can reach. So
Okay.
that first one is a 23 to hit.
That does hit.
Yeah, for 13 bludgeoning, which will reduce to 6 for you.
Okay.
And then a 16 to hit.
That is my AC.
Okay, so that's another 13, which will also reduce to 6.
How's your hit points?
I am just out of triple digits.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Kneecap's got a lot of hit points.
Good God. You are a monster. In a good way.
Yeah. Okay.
He
That
might be a monster, but he's our monster.
Just keep his attention so that Tarsus can
Right.
carve him up.
okay. So it is now the witch's turn. This one I think is going to she's going to just move into the the space of the wisdom of the
Spirit guardians.
the spirit guardians and make the wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
She gets a 6.
She fails. She will take 11 radiant damage.
It hurts
Enjoy
her
it.
a lot. She backs up so that she won't stay in that radius. And
Okay,
then
that
she's,
was a mistake.
yeah, and then she's going to cast. I need you to make Tarsus to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Right. It's not making saving throws well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We'll do this in roll 20. Fine. With the hard. I mean, no.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a whopping 9. God
Okay.
damn.
Oh,
bad.
no.
You are so pleased with her taking damage from your spiritual guardians that you start to laugh. But once you start to laugh, you can't stop
Oh,
yourself.
Oh no.
Suddenly, you are so incapacitated with laughter that you fall to the ground. Here's a question. I don't know that it says explicitly in the spell. Can you maintain concentration on a spell while you're incapacitated with a...
I don't think so. Let me check, because I've got that, I think.
An incapacitated creature can't take actions or react.
Let's see. I'm finding... does Tasha's hideous laughter break concentration? You lose concentration if you are incapacitated or you die.
Okay.
So I think that does make your
Yeah, it does.
your
Guardians.
spirit guardians
Spirit guardians,
drop. Spiritual weapon I think is
It's
not
a
concentration.
It's not a
It's not,
concentration,
no.
but I'm not going to be able to control it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So you can't. Yeah, with
You
I
can't
can't
take
do
actions.
anything with it. So I'm just.
All right. So
Oy vey. Well,
Yeah.
there went that plan. Oops.
What does Tarsus's laughter sound like?
Ha 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 ha. Very low volume.
Really
I'm
bad
gonna
laugh track.
use that.
It
little symbol.
sounds like a 5-year-old pushing the button on the laugh button on the 1995 sound machine that his uncle gave him.
All right. So see,
Oh.
this other witch coming around that way has to use her dash to get to where she can see anything, and so she is not attacking this round. But these 3 that are in here are all gonna gang up on you, Radius. So I think your shield would still be up,
Yeah.
because you used it as a reaction to their reaction. Wait, no. So it was your turn that triggered their reaction, that triggered your reaction, and so now, once it's your turn again, that's
It'll
when
go back to 8.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
what it ends, yeah.
So I think that one of this one that's close to you, who was the most hurt, is going to turn invisible. And so you're not sure where she went. And I think that's gotta work on the guiding bolt glow too, I would think.
I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean,
You know what? I will say that you still see a little bit of glittering. It would cancel out the advantage, and
exactly.
So, yeah. So once there's glittering that you can still kind of see, you would be able to make a straight attack, but not with advantage. And then once that hit is done, she'd be regular invisible. All right. And then the other 2, one of them is going to make a spell attack roll against you, Radius, and it's a 19 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. And then the other one is going to do... yeah, she's going to do the same thing, the same spell, and it's critical fail. Yeah. I think, you know what, I'm going to say that the critical... No, what? Never mind. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, so she just misses. All right. So they the witches here have all used their turn now. So that makes it your turn, Kneecap.
I. Hmm. Do we want to? I. Does Aloysius need to be relocated? That's
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What are you
okay.
thinking?
So I'm going to go here, and I am going to shove attack.
Okay. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Um, I think it's funny to imagine the tiny little
A tiny little barbarian gnome pushing
shoving
the
this
giant
this
gnome.
giant guy, but yeah. But let's see.
Athletics?
So it's competing against athletics, which he's pretty strong. He got a 19.
Let's see. I got 24.
Now you're
Nice.
rolling with advantage if you're raging, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So
I got
you're pushing him
224.
back, not prone, correct?
yes.
Okay. He's 5 feet back.
Okay.
And then you could step into that space if you
Mhm.
wanted.
And then second attack, shove him back further.
Yes. I will
Hey.
do that. Another shove attack.
Okay. You got another 19.
I got a 22.
All right. Yeah, you shove him another 5 feet back. Um,
Okay.
I think I have to imagine that it's got to be something about like sort of pulling his legs out from under him, right? And
Well,
making
Have
him
you
stagger.
ever seen a sumo match with a smaller person? Not that they're small. Even a small sumo wrestler is
Sure.
a big guy.
Yeah.
But most of them are like 6 foot some and 600 pounds. But there's a style that's significantly smaller. And what they do is they get down real low, get underneath, and then push up. And that's
Yeah,
what I'm imagining he's doing. He's just like, wow.
you know,
Yeah.
go after the knee of Aloysius and get that so in order to stay upright, it takes a step back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So yes, you have pushed Aloysius 2 steps back with with your 2 attacks, and that's it.
Yes, I'm
Okay.
gonna. Well, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and take it 1 step over,
Okay.
just to be threatening.
Sure. So Radius, it is your turn now.
Alrighty, I will first move here. Oop. And then I will cast. Let's see if I can make it. Let's see if I can make it work. Uh, 24. Oh, I got my mouse. There it is. Nope, that like me. There we go. I will cast Fireball.
I'm a library.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Radius.
I'll mention also, I hadn't gotten really to it, but a lot of the bookshelves have had the books just kind of like dropped on the floor and it's been sort of ransacked and not tidied. But yes, so that's going to be a dex save for all 3 witches, including the invisible one, and for the golem. None of them are terribly good at that. So for witch, 1, 10, 15, 16. So it looks like 2 of those beat, but are still going to take half.
Yeah.
And then the golem is going to get 17, which saves, but again, it's going to take half. And then also does not like fire. Okay, so it was 28 fire damage. So one of the witches just incinerated. This witch, who is going to take 14, she's not dead, but she is very badly burned. And then the witch that had gone invisible is also killed.
Because she was already damaged.
Yeah,
That's part of the
she was
reason
very
why.
hurt exactly already. And so then that's 14 for Aloysius, and he is does not like fire. He's also starting to be pretty hurt, and it's going to be on his turn. The next thing might happen. All right. That is your turn, Radius. Also, by the way, yes, a lot of the books are actively on fire. All of the stuff and the maps and everything that were on this table are just like smatter, in smithereens. Also, you didn't get burned or have to make the saving throw, Cuspid, but it's a near thing. You feel like the fire sort of like licking up the stairway at you, and you certainly feel like the rush of super
Yeah,
heated air.
and-
Like,
Yeah.
And,
you know,
and you think
you get a little bit of the Marilyn Monroe thing as the wind is like blowing.
yeah, and
Radius?
you think you hear Radius behind it say "fire in the hole."
Radius,
You're supposed to say that
radius
before.
from a
Whoops.
from like off in left side. You should say, you just hear this little voice going, "I cannot tell Malleus that I did this. I'm going to blame it on the witches because he will shoot me.
Malleus Wills would do that.
Malleus would absolutely shoot you."
All right. Oh, you know what? I realized just now that I did not take turns for these two witches. Did I? No. Did
Yeah.
I? Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Okay, you're
They
right.
did.
Yeah, they all
I'm sorry.
failed.
Okay, yes, you're right. So, okay, now we're back to the and did you have anything else for your turn, Radius?
I think
Nope.
Radius has
Okay.
done enough damage.
All right, so these hags up here then are going to let's see. The one that's going to try to climb back up is going to climb up here and dash to be up here and right here. The other one is going to climb up just to where she can see you.
Oh no.
And
Malleus.
I'm going to need you to make another wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
All right, pull that back up. 21.
Okay, yeah. So you are once able to resist that. Good job. All right.
You are not a gecko.
Yeah, the
Cuspid.
rage still burns.
Yes. Cuspid, you're up.
Alrighty. That cleared the room out down there pretty nicely. How far down the stairs is it?
Well, so it's like I think like 20 feet to get all the way down.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna come down the stairs, back up away from Aloysius with the rest of my 10 feet of movement there.
Yep.
Next to the flaming table.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna get to where I can have a line of sight on him. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Okay. I'm assuming you're right there. Okay. Go ahead and roll your attack.
All right.
Whoops,
25 to
sorry.
hit.
That'll hit.
Make him shiny.
Throw a whole bunch of dice
Okay.
and do 24
Nice.
radiant damage.
All right.
And
Yeah, he is staggering around, looking very damaged, and also sparkly. Yeah, he is almost destroyed.
And I'm going to use a quickened thaumaturgy to shout, "Hey, hags! We're about to execute your friend!"
All right. I think that's great. Okay. Malleus, it is your turn. In addition to these hags still really coming at you, you also heard from down below.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
The hags would see Malleus's eyes squint for just a second. But he's not a barbarian. He doesn't rage
Aw.
yet.
He just builds his revenge
Yes.
and artifacts.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna go with another Thunderwave attack,
Okay.
which is Constitution saving throw 16.
All right. Let's have them make that those saves. So the first one is the one that's up in the room with you, and that's a fail with a 1. The other one gets a 12.
Okay.
So that's 8 thunder damage.
Yep, that is 8 thunder damage.
Okay.
What happens with this one that's just like right at the top?
She falls back down the ladder again.
Okay.
And I'll say that she's going to take another d6 as a result.
Okay. And then I'm going to bonus action fire my force ballista at the one that's still up there with me.
Okay.
It was working a minute ago. And that's a 21 to hit.
Okay.
For...
that hits, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta manually roll this. For 11 points of force damage.
Okay. Yeah, that one is actually looking pretty hurt at this point.
Okay. And that is Malleus's turn.
Okay. Cora.
All right. So I'm going to move up to here
Mm-hmm.
and spray of cards that should get Aloysius in the last tag
Okay.
at third level.
It's a
Where are you?
dex save.
Yep.
There's a wall there.
Yeah,
No,
there's a wall there.
Okay.
have-
She said she would move up to
move.
here.
Okay.
Yep. Move then.
Mm-hmm.
Spray of cards, third level, DC 16.
Okay.
Not the greatest
That's a
damage
10,
on that.
10 for the witch, and then a 14 for the for Aloysius. So they both fail.
Both to fail, and they're both blinded.
Yeah. So the witch is killed.
Okay.
Aloysius is
Just
going to
is-
take it's 7 and it's force damage, and you know what? 7 is enough. One of those cards goes right through that little visor in the helmet, and it just
into the
and he had been
blade.
going. And with a lot of racket, he tumbles to the ground. Yeah.
I just killed your pet. I just killed your pet.
Mhm.
See if that forces them to think about where they're attacking. Next.
All right. Tarsus.
The only thing I can do is try to make a wisdom saving throw
That's
to try
correct.
to throw this off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nope, it's not rolled. The link is not working, so we'll try this the hard way. What you do? I can't roll. That's only a
No.
10.
All right. Yeah. So that's still going.
I have a +7, and I rolled a 2 and a 3
Yeah.
on the dice.
Well,
So-
you know,
Yeah.
it happens.
Dice happens.
So I think that's the end of your turn. It is now the witch's turn, and I think Tarsus, through your laughter, you hear the two of them go like, "This doesn't seem like it's going well. I'm not sure this coven has a future." You know what? Let's just bounce. Yeah, I agree. So they keep the concentration on the spell for now, but they are both like leaving.
Means I can't do, no one can do damage to them to break it. Oops.
Well,
Okay.
you know, like they'll presumably let it go eventually, but like they're just they don't want you immediately. The person who can see that they're leaving and where they're going, they're not gonna.
Yeah,
let
I can't
you
even tell anybody that.
chase
Yeah.
No.
Okay, but yeah, so that's what they do. Kneecap, you are up. There's no additional combatants in the area at the moment.
Okay. I don't know that they left yet, do I?
I mean, I'm not sure you ever saw them.
Yeah. The only person who saw them was me. Of
Yeah.
course, the fact I haven't done anything might be interesting to you, but or you may want to go chase up the hags up there menacing Malleus.
I think
So.
I'm just gonna go up there, go over here a little bit, realize you're on the ground laughing, and like that's weird, but no enemies in sight, so that was 10, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. And I'm just gonna dash up the stairs.
Okay, I think. Yeah, so if you with a dash, I think you can get all the way up, to like to the maybe to the base of the ladder here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm coming up.
All right. Okay, that makes it Radius's turn.
Alrighty.
You're enjoying the fruits of your fireball here.
I am.
Smoke
But I
is kind of starting to rise up through the staircase.
Yeah. But I will, you know what? I will take the.
I think there are a couple of books that are like smoldering and like actively burning still.
I will go up the stairs.
Okay. So you will have to dash to get to the top.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll dash and get to the top.
Okay. Yeah, Kneecap went further, but he has a higher movement speed.
Yeah.
All right. It is now the hag's turn. And the one that is in here in the room with you is going to try for the last time to make you make a wisdom saving throw, Malleus.
Come on, Malleus. Come on. I believe in
we're
our
just gonna-
artificer.
This is the last time they can do it. Oh boy.
That's a 7, and not even Flash of Genius will help me.
Well, yeah, because well, do you know what number you're trying to get to, or you just?
No, the only thing that I can do is add a 5 to it, which would get me up to 12.
You suspect that is not enough?
Yeah.
You are correct. And so Malleus, you suddenly turn into a little gecko that, unlike most geckos, has little yellow spikes down his back.
Aw.
And yes, and so then that one is, yeah, so that happens, and then the other hag is going to shout down at the rest of you and says, okay, clearly there's been a disagreement. We can see our way towards returning control of your castle to you. If you let us leave, your little lizard friend lives.
Hee hee hee. They don't know what's going on with us.
No, they do. That's the
They
thing,
do.
is that they do. We
They
told
do
them.
know.
Oh,
They
okay.
do know.
They had
they're willing-
Tarsus prisoner for like 2 days before killing him.
Yeah, they're supposed to say
And
no.
we
they
actually told them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
About the
because we
glitch?
thought they were
Okay.
Norns,
Yeah.
yeah. So the question is, are we willing to risk Malleus's death in return?
Yeah, so I would say as of right now, we're not necessarily in initiative unless you resume hostilities, but they've shouted down at you.
I was definitely planning on continuing hostilities, so I think we should
Okay.
stay in initiative.
How from the floor me and Cuspid or me and Kneecap are on, how high up is the room that they're in?
3 more floors.
Yeah, and it's like 15 feet of difficult terrain each ladder.
And we're currently on
So
the
for Kneecap
third.
right now, to get to where Malleus is right now would be like 30, 45, and then 75, 80, 110 feet worth of movement.
110 feet worth of movement. Because it's
And
difficult.
that's to even get line of sight on him.
Right.
Because, I mean, just think about how fast it would take to climb a ladder from one floor to another, even in a hurry.
What is the range? Oh, crap. So it's 90 feet. Darn it.
You
Because I
got
was
spaced.
because I have a
Oh.
because I have a summoning spell, and I was gonna summon it up there in the space I could see, up the stairs if I could see,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it wouldn't fall down because it's too big.
I mean,
But is their floor more than 90 feet of just straight up space, just straight up movement, or just 90
no,
feet?
because you have to zigzag all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
the
yeah.
ladder is not all the way straight up.
Yeah.
You have to
It's a
move up to the
spiral.
next land.
Well,
Yeah.
then
So there's
I'll
a spiral staircase, and then each floor you have to move across the floor to the next ladder.
Well, I'll dash again and go up the ladder.
Okay. So from where you are, 1, 2, 3, with a dash, you could get to like from here to the base of the ladder on the 4th floor.
Nice.
Did my turn get skipped or?
Oh, well,
No.
yeah, sort of, because so never mind. You're right, because I was basically saying
Right.
we're sort of temporarily out of initiative.
Basically,
yeah.
I would just.
quite.
But wait, okay, hang on. So technically speaking, the hags said that on their turn. If we're not really breaking out of initiative, then it is Cuspid's turn.
Okay, I'm casting fly on myself and zooming out to to here.
Okay.
That's what I can do my round.
All right. Doesn't fly give you a fly of 60 feet?
60 feet, that's right. That's 60 feet from where I was.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I already counted it out.
Gotcha. It is a little bit of a roundabout. Okay. All right. So, Malleus, you are a lizard.
Yes, I am.
You have lizard brain. Actually,
Yes.
no, actually, so this is a unique little thing. This is not standard polymorph. This is like Roald Dahl's The Witches style. You
Yeah.
still have your brain. You're just in a little lizard body. You do not have your
Yeah.
gear.
Yeah. Well, Malleus already knows what he's going to do.
Yeah?
And that
Yeah.
is gecko up to the side of the window and then jump off.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
I'm
well,
trying to think what. So,
Are you
Trying to
going
go
onto the ledge?
splat?
Are you trying to jump onto the ledge or off the castle
well,
completely?
here's the complicated thing, though. Fall damage typically is calculated based on the assumption that you're
A medium-sized
a small
creature.
or medium-sized creature,
Okay.
right?
My other thought is geckos are tiny and squirrely,
Mm-hmm.
and so I would run between her legs and drop down to the next floor.
So I will here's what I will allow is that I will allow you to, because you're a gecko, so I think you can also kind of like climb along the wall. You could climb out the window and go that way, but I am going to give I didn't fully move out the movement of the hags because I was having them do a talk action, right? I want one of them to be able to make an opportunity attack as you try to move. they're going to try to grab you.
Okay.
So you
Can I have advantage because I'm a little tiny gecko?
unfortunately, no, that's not how it works. A lizard has a dexterity of 11, so basically no modifier, but you can roll a straight d20 against their strength, which is not super good, but we'll see. So,
All right. So hold on. Let me pull that up on.
whoa, they rolled super low too.
Now, in your polymorph,
I rolled a
Oh
damn
no!
it.
1.
Okay, well, so yeah,
Dang, damn it.
unfortunately, she's grabbed you. She's got you grappled.
Okay.
Sorry.
Scoops you up.
Yeah. Well, that would not have worked. The grapple would not have worked if you had not literally rolled a 1 just then. She rolled a 3, so like.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
All right, so
Can I take an action to bite her?
yeah. So you have a lizard. So your bite thing is a +0 to hit. So just roll a straight d20.
That's a 16.
That does hit. You're going to do 1 point of damage.
Okay.
That still counts as 1.
Hey,
Just-
I am a pissed off little gecko.
Yes.
That
Absolutely.
would be
Yeah.
hilarious is
Mhm.
if she only had one hit point.
Mm-mm. I hadn't managed to do that much damage to her.
Yeah.
I mean, one of them is hurt pretty bad. The other one less so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I'm okay. Yeah, I'm just making, because some of this is not like standard polymorph, so I'm just making sure that the rest works like it does, and you're not sure, but I'm confident now of how it works. Okay, so we had Cuspid's turn, Malleus's turn, Cora's turn now.
Alrighty. I think everyone else is kind of got things under control. I'm gonna try to mitigate some of the burning paper
Mm-hmm.
and start grab a cushion or something and start trying to put out fires.
Okay, great.
Next.
All right, Tarsus, your turn. You can make another wisdom saving throw because you're still
Yep.
on the ground laughing.
I'm still on the ground laughing. This time I got a 22.
That is a save. So finally, you are free of that.
Finally, yeah, but that's the end of my turn.
Laughter. Yep. Okay. It would have been the witches now. They are on their way out. It is Kneecap's turn. I think you can get, so 30 feet worth of movement gets you to the top of that ladder.
Okay. And I would I be able to
I think also she's
use
technically here because she fell down the ladder.
would I be able to use my bonus action to maintain my rage? Like just
You know what? I will allow it.
Okay.
Short of you having to use your bonus action to like hurt yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
yeah, I'll allow that.
Yeah. Okay, so that was 30, so that's 35, 40, 45. And so I would go another
Yeah.
30 to get here because I'm dashing.
Right. And so I think you would have been at 45 feet movement to get to here, and then 75 total to be at the top of the ladder here in the room with one of these hacks.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm there and I am not happy.
Oh, sure. Okay. That makes it Radius's turn. Are you also dashing?
If I don't dash, how far? Well, you know what? Yeah, I'll dash.
Okay, so 15 and then 30, and then so basically you can get to the bottom of the ladder here. So, yeah, you're at the bottom of the ladder.
All right, and
Oh, no, excuse me. Yeah, so you were able to climb the one ladder move to the next base of the ladder.
Okay, so I'm at the ladder underneath Kneecap.
Yeah. So he's
Oh.
at the top. You're at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
But that was with the dash.
yeah. Bonus action. Misty Step up the ladder.
Okay. Yeah. Poof, you're able to
And
sort of.
actually, I probably would have left room for.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Sure. All right. So yeah, up to the top of the ladder. You wouldn't be able to see anywhere else, so you kind of have to appear sort of straddling the opening.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't be able to see anything.
I had
else
to
in the
do
room.
what I was going to. I'm doing what I was going to do with my summon.
Great. Okay. So that's the end of your turn, right?
Yep.
Okay, it is the hag's turn now. The one that has got Malleus grappled opens up a little leather pouch and puts him in it.
Hey! Oi!
And then is going to, looking down the hole. Yeah, what is, you know what? She's, yeah, she is going to,
Good news is she's used all of her polymorphs.
yeah.
The other one might have some though.
She is just going to, I think, yell down again. We've got your little lizard friend. If you ever want to see him again, let us leave peacefully. And then the other one is going to hold an attack if you seem like you're not agreeing with that, because they're kind of in a corner right now. Yeah. But yeah, so it's going to hold an attack against Kneecap if that doesn't seem like it's working. In fact, actually, I'm going to let her make an insight check. Are you you're not even really trying to. You know what? I'm going to say that one down there who can see you knows that there's no way you're going to and so I think what she's going to do she doesn't have a whole lot.
Not a lot of options right now.
Yeah, I mean, she's kind of cornered at this point. I think she is actually going to she's going to use her dash to climb up the ladder and get up in this other room. And you just hear them just saying, "No, that's not working. They're not into it."
Did she disengage or?
She did not.
Ooh, crit!
Okay, great.
Okay, so that is 16 damage.
Okay. Yeah,
Well, we're definitely
she doesn't
not
like
into
that. She's still up, but yeah, she's not enjoying this. You can make an opportunity attack too, as Radius.
Oh, I don't have anything to attack her with, so I can't.
Okay, all right. Okay, and so I think then based on this, the other one is going to use her movement to climb out the window, and she is going to have to make the same athletics check as everyone else. But she got a 20, so she is she has started climbing down the outside, but none of you can see that that's happening.
Is that the one with Malleus?
Yes.
Yeah, we can't let her escape. No,
all right. That was her turn. The other one is still trying to, didn't have the movement speed to get up here and climb out the window. So she's still there. Cuspid.
All right. I am zooming. How close to this can I get flying up towards the top there?
I think so. If we had established that it's like basically it's 20 feet from the first floor to the second floor, and then 15 for each of the subsequent floors. I think
Okay.
flying straight up, second floor, so straight up, you can basically get to the top.
Okay.
If you want to be kind of swirling around, then it gets a little fuzzy, but basically, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's not unreasonable for me to be flying up and spot this hag climbing out onto the.
Yes, you
Thing
can.
there.
In fact, they're climbing out like the same window that you did.
Okay. So what I would like to do
Mhm.
is take my staff like a lance and ram into her for a shove attack to knock her off the wall.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and I guess make an athletics.
Are you jousting?
Sure.
Air
Flap, flap, flap,
jousting.
flap, flap.
Got a 13.
Okay,
Oh.
13. I'm trying to click hers. 11. Yeah. So you watch. You lance her off of the tower, and she is going to get the same opportunity to make a dexterity save. That she got a 6 though, so she is going to fall. I think all the way down, bouncing once, but all the way down to the bottom here. So that's basically 60. I'm going to say 60 feet worth of
Okay.
fall
Fine.
damage.
If I have any movement left, I'd like to get out of the line of sight of the one that's still in the tower. But
Okay, whoops. So that's 25 worth of fall damage, which kills her splat. Also, I think
Malleus?
Malleus certainly get reduced to the 0, but you're in a magical pouch right now. And so
does it ruin the concentration on the spell?
it's a good question. Let me double check to see. Because
Was-
again, as I mentioned, it is concentration. So
Okay.
here's the thing.
Oh, good.
This is
Oh no.
this is the thing is you are in a temporary like sort of you know what? How about this? I'm just going to do this. You're going to take 3d6 damage as you sort of are having to burst through a
Okay.
pouch.
Mhm.
That's fine.
Also, you're taking the rest of that fall damage too. That
Okay.
it counts over. So you're going to take a total of looks like 37 damage.
I'm still alive.
All right, technically 36 because one goes to the one lizard hit
The
point.
gecko.
Yeah.
Oh my
am
God.
Still alive.
All right. So yes, Malleus, you have found yourself on top of like or next to a splatted hag.
That's the tavern we're gonna open up when we're done. The
That
splattered
was
hag.
exactly what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm.
The splat.
All right. So that was Cuspid's turn. So Malleus, it is now your turn.
Hold on. Splatted hag.
I am going to have to put that in something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made a note. I made notes in for this fight. Cure wounds at 2nd level.
All right.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Math,
Good job. All right.
17.
So Cora, I think as you were working to put out the fires, you hear.
What? Ow.
Yeah.
And then the sound of spellcasting. So yeah, I'm gonna
Mhm.
probably have to double move to get out, but then bonus action healing word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that at 4th.
You're moving around to cast that on Malleus. Is that the idea?
Malleus,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah. All right. Sure. I think right now, obviously, the specific map placement down here isn't as critical.
All right, and that
for the
was
people who are
18.
not rushing up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, another 18 for you, Malleus.
Thank you.
Okay,
You're welcome.
Tarsus.
Oh, Tarsus can actually do something. Wow. Amazing. Okay, so it's just me every time I deal with these hags, I can't do things. Okay, so, but, I mean, Tarsus heard the splat, so Tarsus is going to go investigate the splat.
Is
Okay.
Tarsus still laughing?
No, he
No.
stopped. He finally
Okay,
made
good.
the save. So Tarsus is going to move. I can't move Tarsus. Oh, great.
Well, it's just where do you want to be? It's just that
I
the,
want to be
the,
next.
the
Yeah,
walls
come out
in
to where.
here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, come out to here.
The walls in there are
Ah.
just like it's got the walls defined. It's just
So how's your healing now, Malleus? You need more healing?
I'm good. I'm good.
You're sure?
I'm fine.
You're
I'm good.
sure?
Yeah.
What happened to the other witches?
Well, there's that one, and there's one more up there.
No, the ones that cast laughter on me. Where did they go?
They ran off.
Don't see them.
Yeah, because-
Didn't. I was
no.
in a bag.
Because I don't know. Because I don't know. It's like
yeah. You don't see them.
okay.
They've left.
All right. I'm still gonna keep the spiritual weapon around just in case.
Sure.
Okay. Right. So yeah, that
Okay.
I'm not doing anything else at the moment.
Okay, Kneecap.
Okay. Well, I gonna go up the stairs
Mm-hmm.
and go.
Yeah. So
Go
it would
right-
be 35 feet worth of movement. To get right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm going to swing.
Yeah.
Swing,
And-
bada bada.
It's at that point, so I will do it recklessly.
Mm.
And that is 22 to hit
Okay. Yeah, it hits.
for 8 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Then 28.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait. Oh, that's a crit.
All right.
Okay. For 17.
Okay.
damage.
So just at that before that last hit, she goes like this with her hands and says, "You wouldn't hit a lady with glasses, would you?"
And I smack right in the middle of that.
Yeah, and you have killed this last hag, and there are no combatants left. But I think as you take a breath and you realize that Kneecap, you realize that behind you on the ground is Zathir, and she does seem to be dead.
I'm gonna I'll just kind of turn around, kind of as my rage falls, just kind of kneel down and put a hand on her head.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't someone come out of like a sarcophagus thing?
There's someone in the sarcophagus in the library, but they're like entombed in a crystal sarcophagus. They're not
It's
alive it's not like they're just hanging out. They're entombed.
No. And I have nothing to help with the deceased.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we're out of initiative.
Raised at his
now.
5th level.
Yeah.
With raised at his 5th level. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
don't
I
have
think
pla-
Malleus will tell Tarsus is like, okay, so Zathir is dead and Felic is poisoned.
okay, I will go cast lesser restoration on Bellic as soon as I find that news.
Yeah. So once the poison is cleared, he wakes up and he just says, "Thank you so much for the rescue. This was horrible. We figured out what must have happened, but too late, because at first it seemed as though you had returned and said that we just needed to return to Sylvania for a quick trip. But by the time we set ourselves down here again, Zathier and I were suspicious. And so we were watching carefully. But when they returned with that armored monstrosity and two of what were clearly hags, we knew that it was an attack. And so we did our best to defend the castle. But as you can see, we were unsuccessful.
There were originally 3 of them. We only saw 2 of them. Do you know what happened to the third?
Zathier was amazing. She was incredible. I've never seen anything like it. She was just using her hands, but she seemed to be doing incredible damage. But unfortunately, there were just too many of them.
I did not realize she was a monk. Interesting.
Well,
I am sorry that that the hags used my visage to deceive and fool you and Zathir's life.
I hold no animosity towards you. We just wish we could have seen through the disguise before it was too late. Is everyone else okay?
All of us are alive and hale. The library is a bit of a mess, however.
Just from that point, you hear this scream
Yeah.
from
Malleus has finally
like,
gone inside on the basement
Phew!
floor. It's like,
You, Malleus.
"Ah!" Yeah. All right. So, short of being able to cast Raise Dead yourselves right now,
I don't have. That's a 5th level spell. I don't have.
yeah.
Yeah.
Does anyone have any other?
Well, does Tarsus has gentle repose?
Probably not now, but possibly in
no.
the future.
In the morning?
I could.
Or
I think
just-
Gentle Repose is a cantrip, which means it's not one of the
No.
ones you can just
Oh.
prepare
no,
every
no,
day.
yeah, yeah. So, So no.
It's not a cantrip. It's, I believe, first level spell
is it?
Eh,
The 2nd level spell.
or
Oh.
second.
Oh,
So
then
basically,
I can.
oh,
Oh, yeah. So you could prepare that
Raise-
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
Yeah. And so obviously, she's been dead certainly more than the minute that Revivify would allow.
Right.
But yeah, you could at the very
Right.
least
But
keep,
yeah,
keep her
yeah,
within the 10-day limit for Raise Dead and keep it from needing
Right.
to be even
right,
more.
because days spent under the influence of the
Yeah.
spell does not count against the time limit. So
Yes. So
Yeah.
it may be that the plan then is to cast that tomorrow.
yeah.
yeah,
And
Mhm.
that's
I
a good
think
plan.
in time, for now, Kneecap will pick her up and carry her down to the library
Mhm.
and basically lay her in state in
Mhm.
front of the sarcophagus that
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
an honored guard over.
Mhm.
yeah. You see Malleus with a broom, sniffing a little bit.
Mhm.
And I'll also like be helping to like clean up and
Yeah,
Mhm.
such.
Yeah. So I think our camera will pull away from this somber scene. What next awaits the skeleton crew on their adventures through the Outlands? We will have to find out when we next return for adventure on so many levels, which won't be next week, but perhaps the week
Okay.
after.
Okay.
Okay.
indeed.
All
So
right.
many levels.
So many levels.
so many levels.